Every real cowboy like myself knows how lonely it is out on the open range, which is why I listen to the Cowboy Boys podcast. With best contractually obligated friends, Shayne Smith and Mac Arthur, the Cowboy Boys will comfort your soul better than any disease-ridden saloon gal ever could. Cowboy Boys.
I slept for an hour.
Because you fell asleep at 5 p.m.?
And then I was like, I'll sleep for another 30 minutes. And then I don't know what happened after that. I think I slept for 2.5 hours.
I have to apologize because I do the girlfriend thing where you tell your girlfriend, you're like, hey, don't let me sleep in. And then they always let you sleep in.
Yeah, I literally left my door open because I was like, oh, well, he'll just wake me up to record. And then you failed me.
No, because you look like you need the sleep.
That's what she would say.
I know.
If I had one.
Guess what? It's happened to me too.
I'm fucking miserable.
And I'm just as angry when it happens to me.
How am I alone and dealing with this problem? Fuck.
Welcome to Cowboy Boys podcast episode 161. You know what I hate?
What?
You know what I think is dorky?
What?
Have you seen those videos of roleplay, Grand Theft Auto role-playing?
Oh, yeah.
Where I guess you just play characters in Grand Theft Auto on a server on multiplayer with like a dozen other people, 16, 20, I don't know how many players. You could be like, I'm a gangbanger. I'm a bank robber.
Yeah.
I'm a pimp. I do crime because it's Grand Theft Auto and it's not real life, so it's fun being a bad guy.
Uh-huh.
And then half of the people are like, I want to be a cop. Because they can't do that in real life. Or how big of a fucking dweeb do you have to be to role play as a police officer in Grand Theft Auto online?
I mean, I would say a lot of people role play as a police officer in real life.
Yeah, that is true. A lot of people do. A lot of people,
they're LARPing.
You give a little bit of power to someone and you see them become a cop instantly. It's very scary when you see it to someone you know.
Yeah, I've seen. I mean, I've been working retail and regular jobs my whole life. I've seen it numerous times.
Oh yeah. Who do you think would be more of a cop? Me?
You for sure. You're a cop, 100%.
No.
You're a cop. You're the biggest cop in the whole house.
No,
by a country mile.
I'm not one of those normal cops. I'm a cool cop.
No, you're the worst. You have because your rules are arbitrary, make no sense, and have no moral code.
No.
You try to force us to follow them.
No, I have a moral code just because you don't understand it.
Oh yeah?
How dare you?
Hey, where's the metal? Oh wait, no, I got rid of the metal stuff in your from your bed. That's right.
I have a moral code.
Yeah?
So you're accusing me of forgetting to take the trash out.
Firstly, you didn't forget to take the trash out.
I did forget.
It's New York. You can simply just take trash and go put it in a pile that you see anywhere.
That's why the city looks the way it does.
Oh my
Because
God.
of people like you who don't follow the rules. And you know what? You've pushed me to becoming a fascist once again for not.
Exactly.
I get so fucking angry
At
when
what?
trash. I don't know. There's something.
You know those piles of trash get picked up.
Not always.
What do you mean not always?
Not always. Walk down a couple of our streets. There's something about trash that really, because everyone in the house is vegetarian or vegan, and that doesn't do. I'm like, I don't care. I'll fucking eat an animal. Whatever. But
yeah, you don't care about animals.
I don't
Continue.
care about. I don't care about tasty animals.
Okay.
If you taste, even if you're like taste neutral to mildly good, I would even eat a mildly bad animal out of spite, just for the I would eat a bad tasting animal for the nutritional value alone. That's how much I like animals. I'm nice to animals. I don't go out of my way. The kids who would shoot animals, scared me as a kid. I was like, ugh, like go out of their way to kill an animal with like a BB gun. That always weirded me out.
Yeah, that's gross.
But I'm in tune with nature where I'm like, hey, I gotta eat ya. That's the natural order of the universe. But trash really makes me, I don't know, there's something psychological, and I don't know where that comes from. It irks me. It makes me so mad. I hate trash. I get weird sometimes. I've had to like work on it and bury it deep down when I'm like buying groceries and like wondering like, all right, is that going to produce more trash or what is this? And if I let that go, I become a wook hippie in no time. I'd be living on. I'm this close to buying solar panels and a recumbent bicycle and laying down and.
Wait, why are you laying down on the bicycle?
That's what a recumbent bike is.
I know. Why do you want a recumbent bike?
That's just I'm one of those new age hippie types.
Why? What? New age hippies aren't lazy. Why are you inserting your laziness into it?
Do you think that?
Yeah, a recumbent bike for a perfectly healthy guy. Yeah, I think that's
because of
you
my
being like, I can lay down and exercise. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one.
That does sound fun, right?
It just sounds like something like a boomer or like, or not even a boomer. I know so many people in my life who just don't want to get in shape. And so they buy like weird shit off of TV because they're like, they said you wouldn't feel tired while you exercise. It's like, that's not how that works at all.
I'm honest with the allures that pull me.
Yeah. It's what
I don't know. I don't know what it is about tie-dye t-shirts, and I would never admit this. Because we haven't started recording yet. Tie-dye t-shirts for fun. What kind? It's like that. It's not. It's like the college professor hippie lifestyle calls to me. The wooks doing drugs in the woods. I hate those people. The Burning Man people. They're phonies. Mm-hmm. The guy.
We agree with that. I mean, Burning Man people who espouse to be like hippies with ideals.
No,
I think a lot of people these days are Burning Man people who are like, I just want the experience of Burning Man. They don't care about the consequences.
I want to pay. How much is a Burning Man ticket? A couple $1,000?
They're like a couple like $500.
I think Burning Man is this weekend. Someone texted me and they were like, Burning Man. They're like, hey, I'm going to Burning Man. Let's see. Anyways, Burning Man stinks. If you're a Burning Man, I'm sorry. You could have gone to the much cooler. What's the one where they kill people? There's the one in Utah, and it always moves around.
I don't know.
It's the more intense, like actual, real hill people doing psychedelics festival, and people die at it. Like, and they have to move it around because people keep getting killed at it.
Well, how do they die?
I don't know. People, real hippies, doing too many drugs in the woods and losing their mind.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to go to Burning Man just to see what's going on there because it looks interesting. I just, I don't think it has any like hippie values left in it for sure.
Yeah, no, it's been corporatized.
Yeah.
Oh, they won't even list it on like these alternative. I can't remember what it's called. It's called something. They had one in Utah one year, and some people died, and they're like, you can't come back. Oh, it has a real foresty name if I remember. But yeah, Burning Man, I would like to bring like a bunch of Honda Civics with turbo engines and very loud, annoying mufflers and drive through Burning Man with loud lowriders. Just be like normal LA car guy shit. Hey man, what's going on? Just a bunch of me and my essays driving through Burning Man. And you can't not allow us because it's anything goes, and that's my costume for the event or whatever.
Is it anything goes?
I think it's anything goes except for money. Once you pay your ticket, I think the rules are. Should I look up the rules?
Yeah, look up the rules to Burning Man. I am curious.
How lame is that they have rules?
Yeah, rules are bad, says the guy who's a cop.
I'm not a cop.
You are a cop.
You push me to becoming.
Okay.
No, I was saying cops are dorks, but
well, yeah.
10 principles. Oh, they call them principles.
Let's hear them
instead of rules.
I love that there's 10 of them. That's just cliche.
I like Yeah, stole that one.
I bet
straight
two of
from-
them are basically the same thing. One of them's really ambiguous. It doesn't make sense.
Here we go. Radical. The first one. This is on the BurningMan.org. I guess these aren't the rules, but we're just here. Radical inclusion.
That's not a rule. Oh, that's like, so they're being principled.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah. Radical inclusion.
Why would it just be inclusion?
So what
What is
about
radical
me?
inclusion?
I'm a guy who's way into littering. They have to let me do it.
I'm just really racist.
yeah.
I guess that would be they could exclude you on you excluding everyone else. But yeah, they'd have to let your littering ass. I think that's a problem with the town is litter blows. Even if you're careful, the wind just picks up trash and blows it to the town, and they're like, "Hey, what the fuck, man?"
Yeah, I don't know.
What if I was just really annoying? A really annoying guy.
I'm pretty sure those are there in spades.
I just have a bunch of really bad small talk, nothing original to say, and I'm like, I'm at Burning Man. What do you do? I have 2 tech startups that we're burning through investor money. That's a good job these days and age. Gifting. So you don't like.
Oh yeah, everything has to be a gift.
And it's unconditional. Decommodification. Yeah, they really messed that one. In order to preserve the spirit of gifting, our community seeks to create social environments that are unmediated by commercial sponsors. This is like.
I know that they have stuff where like you get in a line and there's a different line that goes by faster if you flash the people. So wouldn't that be against the idea of equal commodity? Because kids go to Burning Man and shit. So there's people who like can't do that. Yeah, of course kids are at Burning Man.
Oh, is there no age limit? There should be an age limit for Burning Man.
Yeah, obviously we think that.
Radical self-reliance. Burning Man encourages the individual to discover, exercise, and rely on their inner resources. Show us your tits.
Yeah, those are your inner resources.
Radical self-expression. Show us your tits.
Dude.
Communal effort. A bunch of guys. Show us your tits.
Woo!
That's what it just turns into. Civic responsibility. Civil society community members who organize events should assume responsibility for public welfare. All right, yeah, that just goes without saying. They must also assume responsibility for conducting events in accordance with local, state, and federal laws. Boo!
Well, that's one of those things you just have to say.
No, I would just have Burning Man on Indian land.
How would you get it there?
I would ask the Indian, and then
They would say no.
Nah, I could argue
no. What's your argument? Give it to me. I'll be a Native American.
I'll give you the same argument that you get casinos. We'll give you a bunch of money.
But they own the casinos.
Yeah, but they're allowed to operate. Everyone likes money.
Yeah, because it's on their land.
So anyways.
He would just be like, fuck you, white guy.
Instead of 3 local, state, and federal laws, you'd only have to follow the one law. The Native American laws.
You know, they have a bunch of laws and police.
Yeah. I respect them more because they're in tune.
All right. Yeah.
Leaving no trace is one of their...
They're in tune with the law.
They're in tune with the natural law and order of the universe.
Leaving no trace. Yeah. Native Americans are Boy Scouts.
No, that's the next... next one.
I thought you were doing the weird thing where people think Native Americans are like special and in like believe in the land different than...
But then I was reading the next rule.
Yeah. Okay.
So they did steal this one from the Boy Scouts. Leave no trace. Literally lifted from the Boy Scouts.
Come on, man.
Oh, I would get kicked out for this one. Participation. We are committed to radically participatory ethic. Hey, man, show us your tits. You have to participate.
True.
We're gonna kick you out if you don't radically participate.
So you can't just show up and hang out?
That stinks. Yeah.
No, I mean, obviously no one would call you out for that.
Yeah. Immediacy. Immediate experiences in many ways. I don't think these are the actual rules, but they're...
Yeah, these are ideas that like someone wrote down to try and have more fun or whatever. I don't know.
That's funny. Health permits are required for food and beverage services, noise control, sound policy, commerce. So wait, that was the tenants, and here's the actual rules for Burning Man. Health permits, noise control, commerce, branding, and decommodification. What does that mean?
That means you probably can't like go there and be like, this is the Nabisco tent. We
Yeah.
have Nabisco treats. Like you have to decommodify everything, which I agree with them. That's neat.
That is kind of fun.
Yeah,
I would find a way around it. We're not Nabisco
Yeah.
because every company is doing that. Cameras. There's no cameras. Let's see. Permission. Okay, you can have cameras, but you have to ask permission. I guess they're calling it Black Rock City. It's not a one-party consent state where you're allowed to just walk around New York and film whatever's happening on the streets. So that's why a lot of TV shows like Eric Andre
violating your rights, your sovereign rights as a citizen, the anti-libertarian.
No, libertarians are always putting cameras and filming cops in public, and it's very fun.
Cops don't have rights.
Maybe no one in public has rights.
Oh,
that's what I think.
That's the libertarian way, huh? No one in public has rights.
Once you leave your castle, all your rights go out the door. Stay at the door. They stay at the door. Don't steal street signs. Those rules are. There's a couple of the rules. Yeah, I don't know. It seems dorky.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I would go. I don't think I'll ever go because I would only go if someone invited. Well, no, I know someone who might go. They'd have to invite me. They'd have to get me a ticket. Like I would go, but I wouldn't make effort. It would have to be like very low effort on my part.
You wouldn't want to become enlightened by. I don't know. It seems too many people.
Everyone tells me how like life changing and crazy it is, and here's the thing: I am friends with someone who goes every year because they've been going since they were a kid. So to their credit, they were going way before.
So
or not a kid, a teenager.
So they've been in the pot of boiling water, the frog in the pot. That's slowly for people who don't
for like
know
20 years.
The parable, the pot, the frog in the boiling water is Mormons use it a lot. I don't know if it's used outside of Mormon.
It is
where if you're trying to kill a frog and boil it alive, you can't throw the frog in boiling water because it'll jump immediately out. You have to slowly turn up the heat, which I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if that's true either.
It seems like you kill a lobster by throwing it in boiling water immediately.
Yeah, I hang out. I mean, listen, when I take a bath and I want it to be, I have to, warm up to it over time. So I get it kind of.
All right.
But anyway, yeah, he's been going forever. It's Moshe Kasher.
Oh.
Yeah, and he likes it. He volunteers every year. It's like apparently, it helped him a lot with his identity as a kid and whatever, and now he still like goes, but he wasn't like he was pretty not like, oh, it's going to change your life like all these other people have been. Even my ex was like saying like that I would like be blown away by it. I think I would have fun. I think it would be really fun to hang out with a cool person and make fun of things and to look at wacky shit. But I don't think it would be like any crazier than any like other experience I've had that's weird. I mean, I've been to a black metal festival. That was fucking crazy.
Where at?
Wyoming.
The woods?
They had it in the woods of Wyoming, yeah.
Ooh, did you guys sacrifice any goats?
I'm sure people did. There was a lot of stuff going on. I saw an orgy. I saw fucking... Yeah, I saw a lot of crazy shit.
Were people wearing the black and white face paint at the orgy?
Yeah.
Does everyone have to wear
corpse paint?
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, one of the rules is everyone has to wear corpse paint at all times.
And you get kicked out. You're like, hey, he's not. His corpse paint is washing off. Is that real? I don't know.
No, you don't have to. No,
Damn.
Not everyone has it. Most people at that festival are just like crusty, random dudes, like
I think,
and girls who look like they listen to Rob Zombie.
I think if you go to Burning Man, whatever, I think you're a dork. You and I think, would have a more spiritual, enlightening experience at the Juggalo Festival.
Dude, 100%. The Gathering is way better.
The Gathering, I feel like...
There's a sense of camaraderie there that doesn't exist anywhere else, I'll tell you that.
Burning Man, from, what are we, 3,000 miles away from right now? It's repelling me. I feel it. I don't like its negative aura. I can sense it. Where the Gathering is always calling to me, and that scares me because I'm like, it feels too welcoming. And you know how much I hate when someone's too nice and welcoming.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Remember Burning Man when that guy got his water dosed and then he was like, I'm going to die in the Burning Man.
Oh, is that the story?
Yeah, yeah.
The guy who his water was dosed with acid?
Yeah.
And then he ran into the fire?
Yeah, he drank super acid or whatever is apparently, and he just like...
That's just acid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Normal acid is super
He just
acid.
had like a crazy amount on accident, or someone dosed their camp's water like as a thing. I don't know. Here's another thing. If I went to Burning Man, I'd have to be incredibly careful because I would not... If I got dosed, I would immediately become so angry, and now I'm tripping and I'm furious. I think it would be like...
You just turn into a Viking?
Yeah, dude, I think a lot of people are like, oh, it'll increase your empathy or whatever. No, it'll just make me more evil. I'll lose my fucking shit. If I was going to do something like that, it has to be on purpose.
I think
for someone else to put drugs in me would make me unreasonable. I would just be like, I got to kill everyone at this festival.
Very fair. Except for me if I do it to you. I think that when you said that, I'm like, I think I would have fun at Burning Man. Now that you mention it, just fucking with people on psychedelic drugs, I'd be like, yeah, man, it's crazy that we've been here for 5 years. Anyways, and I would leave. I would just say, I would see how many people I could trick into simple. I'd be just trolling people in real life.
Yeah.
Oh man, the flying spiders are really rough this year, but I'm glad all my skin melted off, so I don't have to deal with it anymore. Anyways, what are you up to? That's the trick. That's
yeah.
You have to act completely. You can't freak someone out by going.
Yeah, you have to play it straight.
You have to be like, man, I thought hell would be a lot more crazy than this. Well, looks like we're here for eternity. That kind of stuff. Anyways, yeah. If you have 2 extra tickets to the gathering of the Juggalos,
please.
Do they need tickets, or can you just show up?
They give you tickets.
Is it like
you have to get tickets? I think.
Okay, we gotta show up there.
I was going to go this year, but I got booked on a show. I keep getting booked on shows when I want to fucking do things,
here's
man.
the thing.
It is making me crazy.
We'll edit this out. Call your agent right now to find out what the gathering is next year, and be like, do not book. This is I have a very special date.
If you think I already haven't done that,
okay.
You're out of your mind. I literally have done that.
It'd be
and
cool.
he booked some Juggalo people.
Yeah, you should book. You should get Shayne Smith, Gathering of the Juggalos.
My agent has a Gathering of the Juggalos in, so I am going next year. I want to perform there, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So, anyways, I have morals.
No.
Yes, I do.
You have no consistent morals.
No, because you don't one, you know what? There is a core moral, but I am ever shifting because I am human.
Okay. Well, I have core morals and they never shift.
Yeah, because you're a bad person.
What's your core moral?
To have fun.
I just want everyone to have a good time.
Yeah, I'm just here. I'd want.
That's your gun policy. I'll give you that.
It is my gun policy.
You just want everyone to have guns, no matter what their beliefs are, because you want everyone to have a good time.
I think that's how my politics are mainly. Is just like, hey, can you all stop messing with each other and let's just have fun?
Unfortunately, that's not the nature of politics.
I know, and that's why.
Because some political groups want to let someone poison your water, and other political groups,
and that's what the guns are for.
Oh yeah, but you've been poisoned already.
Oh, and then you go, well, like, damn, you poisoned us already. I guess we have to kill you.
Well, you're dead from being poisoned.
Look, I'm just saying, if I lived in a town, in America, hypothetically, if there was a town in America, and I found out that me and my children and we were all being poisoned by lead water, I would go shoot the mayor or governor, or I'd burn down the water tree. I would, and then move. Maybe not in that order.
Yeah.
If I found out someone had been poisoning me for 5, 10, a couple decades, I would kill those people.
Yeah. No, listen, I'm with you.
I would gather 20 other angry individuals in the town, at least. I bet you can find them. You just go to a PTA meeting, like, who else is mad? Who else is has poor decision-making skills from the lead poisoning in our water.
Yeah. I'm crazy from the lead.
Too bad none of those towns exist in America.
A shame that's not a real scenario and that no one needs to die or have their property destroyed.
Just a hypothetical
situation that isn't real at all.
But yeah, I wouldn't pay taxes. I would if the government stops serving you that blatantly.
Yeah, man.
That's when I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Anarchy. So I do have morals. How dare you?
Yeah, you're right. Everyone have a good time.
Here's how I know I have morals.
Okay.
I don't think you would hang around me if I didn't have morals.
I don't think I would have become your friend if I thought you didn't have morals. But once it's like that thing where you're a girl,
the boiling water.
yeah. It's that thing where you get a girl gets you, and then like 6 months in, she's like, "By the way, this is the real me."
By the way, I'm stupid.
No,
that wouldn't bother me.
If they were dumb.
No.
I don't mind it. I don't mind if someone's dumb either, honestly. As long as they aren't... I don't mind if someone's ignorant. I mind if they're dumb.
No, I do mind if someone is ignorant.
What?
If someone my age is ignorant, you can't be ignorant for 30 years. You can be
ignorant is just simply not knowing something. That would be like someone being like, "What does the moon do to the ocean?" and then them not understanding what tides are and being like,
why?
"What's the tide?" and just being honest about that.
Because
stupid is when someone goes, "The moon affects the ocean because of astrology," and then confidently says that and then keeps doing what they were doing.
Here's why I'm okay with stupid and don't like ignorance.
Okay.
Because to be ignorant this late into the game, halfway into your life at 30 years old.
I love that. By the way, crazy that you're dating a 30-year-old. Good for you.
What?
Because we're talking about this in reference to like someone.
This is a hypothetical.
Right? Oh yeah.
This is just a. This is a
70-year-old Mac. Don't be cool.
Yeah. This would be when I'm 70.
Dating 30-year-old.
I'm dating a 30-year-old, and people are angry.
Yeah, they hate it.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Because I got so turned on by the idea of old Mac.
You said why is it's not okay to be ignorant halfway through your life?
Yeah. So you can be ignorant as like I don't like ignorance because it shows that you're not like a curious person searching for answers, and I really value curiosity. Whereas stupid people, I've met a lot of stupid people who are still funny, and if you're funny and curious, that's all I need. Those two things, I think, are my two favorite qualities in people.
But if you're stupid, then you don't have answers. You're just making them up usually.
Hey, sometimes you got to make up a funny answer because you don't know what the real answer is.
What are you talking about? We're ignorant about a lot of stuff.
That's 90% of being a dad. Is your kids asking you stupid questions and you coming up with even stupider answers to get them to shut up.
We don't know lots of stuff. We're ignorant about tons of stuff.
No, we're not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't deal. I don't like stupidity at all. I think it's cute to be dumb sometimes. You know what I really don't like? Naive.
Naivety.
When someone's naive, fuck that.
What do you mean by that?
Just like someone who's like, I don't know, something happens in there and they just, like someone does something fucked up and then they just automatically assume, oh, that's the way things are, and they let it go. Or they're like, the type of person who'd be like, I don't know, the guy invited me down the alleyway. I didn't think he would rob me. Why would someone do that?
Okay.
Like naive people who just like they're just kind of helpless.
Yeah, they don't think of the best or worst or anything.
They don't have. They basically have very little social or emotional intelligence and no self-awareness. That's kind of what pushes you to be like naive to the point where people notice.
Yeah. Very take advantageable.
Yeah. Naive is just like, they believe anything people say and they're easily tricked and they trick themselves. That's the unforgivable one, where they don't ask questions and they just allow themselves to believe things that are so silly.
Like, yeah, I'm going to Burning Man. Everyone does it. Everyone who's cool goes there.
Yeah.
And they don't think of how much more fun you could have at the gathering.
Yeah, dude.
With all the-
we are family.
with all the real all the real weirdos.
Hell yeah, dude. And the real drugs.
Do they get Juggalos do drugs?
Yeah, Juggalos
What,
get
like-
fucked up,
like-
dude.
Just beer and meth?
And acid. Juggalos are way into psychedelics.
I did not know that.
Yeah, dude. Juggalos and mushrooms go together like peanut butter and mushrooms.
All right. Makes sense.
That was good, right? People put peanut mushrooms in peanut butter, right?
They do.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of my people are going to be mad at me. I think that you are a baby a bitch if you can't eat mushrooms because they taste gross or make your tummy hurt. It's just they taste like dirt is all it is. And so
Well, what about making your tummy hurt? How are you supposed to stop that?
you're supposed to just immediately throw up, but I power through.
Oh.
And I just sit there miserable for like 20 minutes and then it goes away. But yeah, that's a big complaint is people have to ew icky dirt. Ew.
That's another thing I don't like.
What?
People who are just weak.
Let it all out.
Yeah, thank you. Let's do it. I don't like that. I don't like when people are just fucking pathetic. And that's another. I don't like patheticness. Like someone who's just like, it's cold. I don't like people.
You're sounding like Andrew Tate right now.
Yeah.
If one of your friends gets frostbite, kick them out of your friend group.
Yeah, dude. Be stronger than the weather.
And I'm like, yeah, you gotta call the friend group.
Like the idea, I mean, truly, like, no joke, though, like the idea of a guy who's like, it's raining, I can't go get the thing from the grocery store we all need, or like, just someone who would behave that way is infuriating to me.
Someone who, in a crunch situation, you couldn't rely on.
Oh, dude.
I have dated someone who couldn't, like, it was all fine, and then in a real critical situation, they couldn't perform, and I was like, this is the most infuriating.
Yeah.
And I had to get through it. I had to then double down I had to turn myself into perform at 200%.
Yeah, because
to
you
make
gotta
up
make
for
up
them.
their slack. Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it! I really wish you were helping me out right now.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just take care of yourself so I can do this. Yeah, dude, that shit is the fucking worst. When you feel like you can't depend on someone or ask them to do things, that's brutal.
Or make judgment calls to be like, you know what? I'm gonna let Shayne sleep for an extra 2 hours because he can rely on me. Because I'm the only one conscious right now, and I have to make 100% of the decisions.
How long were you watching me making that decision?
I think I watched you fall asleep in the first 30 minutes.
Damn it!
And then we came back into the room and we're starting to watch Documental.
Oh,
We finished season 1.
Didn't we already watch season 1 together?
No, maybe. Yeah, I don't like someone you can't rely on.
Yeah, it really is brutal. I've had some really rough ones. I had an ex who I couldn't rely on to the point where they didn't understand directions, even though they had GPS. And even though we used to live in a city with a grid system, I would invite them or I would need them for things or ask them to help me, and they would be so incompetent that half of the time they wouldn't be able to show up even remotely on schedule. Like once I got hurt at a skate park and I gashed my leg open and I had to go get stitches.
Why didn't you call me?
I called them and I think you were already moved.
Oh.
I called them. I would have called you.
Look at what happened in your life. When
I know. You weren't there for me when I needed you most. And then I called them and then they started crying frustrated because they didn't know how to get to where I was because I was a town over. So I had to literally be like, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Comfort them. Then I had to fucking get my skates off and shit. Took my pants off, tied my fucking pants around my wound, and then belted it, and then got into the car and drove myself to the hospital, and then they couldn't find the hospital. They went to the wrong hospital.
No, that was on you, though, because you didn't give clear enough directions in your delirium from your blood loss.
I was so mad. And honestly, I think that they just didn't want to even come to the hospital in the first place. So they maybe even lied about the second part.
That is a thing. If they wanted to, they would.
Yeah. Or
is a phrase you have to tell yourself consistently. Male, female, theys, thems. If you're dating a bunch of people, whenever they wrong you or you ask of them, you always have to say, if they wanted to, they would.
Yeah. And a lot of people are like, well, they want to, but they don't have the means. Well,
Nope.
we're adults.
If they wanted to, they would.
So it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Because
results only.
if you truly love someone, you will figure out how to do something for them. Even if it means destroying your own life. That's how you
100%.
know.
Hell yeah, Mac.
That's how you know it's...
I'm all about destroying my life for those I care about. You know that.
I know that.
I've really put my money where my mouth is on that one.
I'm not destroying my life, but I'm greatly delaying my life. I'm still 18 years old, waiting to go back to put myself back on the tracks of life.
If I have any say about it, you're gonna never get older than 18.
I'm fine with that.
I'm basically dating you, keeping you 18 forever.
I keep saying that.
Oh man. Yeah, man, it sucked though to drive myself. I was so hurt. It fucking sucks so bad. And then I got stitches and shit, and then they were just like, yeah, okay. How was your day? Like I remember they asked me how my day was. I was like, I'll kill you. I can't believe it's happening.
That's very
and
funny.
I stayed with that person for a while after that. I was so...
Did you say it was fine? I got this stitches thing that kind of sucked. But
literally, yeah. Again, I can't tell you how often I've had to console someone for hurting my feelings. It's a theme in my life that has been so prevalent that I'm hyper aware of it right now as of 2022, and I will not be doing it anymore. I will not be. I will be destroying relationships if I find myself doing it.
Well, that's good because I don't have feelings. And I can't detect yours.
That's right.
So,
well, you attack mine all the time without realizing because you don't understand what you're doing. You're like the Terminator. You don't know how hard you shake hands. You're hurting everybody.
I know. I'm strengthening.
You're like an autistic kid petting a dog too hard.
I do love doing that.
Yeah, you do.
And dogs love me doing that to them.
No, they don't.
Dogs love it. I don't know if you've noticed. I don't know if our roommates are here.
Uh-oh.
We're going to have to talk quietly. The cat has been a lot less jumpy. Remember when we first moved in? And he would he kind of wouldn't want to be around and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been doing my normal jump out and scare the cat and grab him weirdly and pet him too hard therapy that I should become like an animal rehabber.
Oh my God.
He's so nice now.
You're mixing up correlation and causation.
What are you talking about?
Just because you've been ambushing and attacking the cat with hard pets doesn't mean that's the reason he's more comfortable in the home he moved to and is finally getting used to.
Yeah, he's getting used to it.
He's getting used to how you're behaving. You don't know if what you're doing made it take him longer to get used to.
He loves me. The cat loves me.
Okay.
Because I gotta whisper. I feed him non-vegan food. If you tell the other podcasts in this house what I do,
it's true. Don't snitch.
I will block you.
Yeah, dude,
I will block you on every platform. I don't care if you're on our Patreon. I'll destroy our relationship.
Dude, once someone snitched on me to
What?
my brother over something I said. No, it wasn't my brother. I don't think I've ever said anything bad about my brother ever.
Let's hear
and
it.
I never would. Though he says bad things about me all the time, you motherfucker.
Oh.
But I will what did I say?
He tells me bad things about you all the time.
I know he does. I fucking catch him saying shit.
I never reveal them. I'm what's that Game of Thrones show? I'm like one of the guys. I'm like that gay unit guy who just sits back and watches.
Yeah.
Just waiting. I don't know. Does he die? Does he get his balls back?
He gets dragoned.
All right.
Someone flames him with a dragon.
He just sits around and listens, right?
Yeah, that's his whole thing. He just listens really hard. He's a good listener, and all the women in Game of Thrones are like, fuck, man, I got to keep this guy around. And then eventually he doesn't listen, and a woman has him burned alive.
Oh, ain't
One
that me?
mistake is all it takes, dude. Women will fucking set you on fire in an instant if they can. Anyway.
Just gathering.
Yeah, dude.
Gathering evidence and info on all of you guys.
I don't remember what I was gonna say before I started going on another sexist rant.
Something about your brother.
Oh yeah. It wasn't my brother. I said something about someone else in like the comedy world, and not a bunch of, but some of our listeners snitched on me, and
That's the worst.
I would block them in an instant if I knew who they were, no matter how close they are to me.
If we're on a podcast and we're talking trash on another comic, and then you see me shaking hands with that comic,
you fucking mind your business.
The comedy industry is just it's a subsidiary of the entertainment industry, and sometimes, I mean, I would say most people in the entertainment industry are bad, evil people who are narcissists and only just want selfishness and have nothing good to contribute other than entertainment.
And with that said, we are cool and different.
With that said, sometimes I got to go to their party, shake hands. I actually think I don't do that. I'm just like, I can't be bothered.
Yeah, both of us. It's a huge problem for both of us.
The networking aspect.
Yeah, my career could be so much farther ahead, but I keep doing this thing where someone will say something and I'll go, "No, that fucking sucks," and then they'll be like, "Oh, it was my idea." Dude, I can't tell you how many times people have accidentally tricked me into admitting their thing is bad.
How many is that what they keep doing?
Dude, it keeps happening to me, and I'm too honest with people about what I think about things.
I've done the same thing as you, and I've had to adjust my language over time.
Yeah.
Where
I really got to,
because I used to be like, I used to say, I probably still do, but I used to be like, man, that sucks. Oh, that's stupid. That's the worst thing ever. Whoever came up with that idea should kill themselves.
Yeah.
Ugh. If I ever said anything that stupid out loud, I would move to a desert island and never speak again. But now when someone tells me an idea, I go, all right.
That's pretty good.
That works in the office, in relationships.
That's a good one in relationships.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I'm so combative. That's what I learned from my last relationship. I need to tone it down.
You know what? You are combative and stubborn.
I'm not fucking... Shut the fuck up. When I say it's fine.
You know why our friendship works?
Why?
Because you're the unstoppable force and I'm the immovable object.
It is true. It is true. And you know what happens when they meet each other?
Nothing.
They make a truce.
Oh.
That's how that riddle ends.
What riddle? Is that a riddle?
Yeah, it's a famous riddle that's on like a pyramid or something.
That's an awful riddle.
Yeah. It's fucking people back then were stupid.
What happens?
Oh, I made the pyramids. Hey, why don't you cure the venereal diseases that keep killing all of you?
What if a big thing was fast and then it couldn't go fast?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then they're like, I guess we got to kill you because it's the year 800 and that's the solution to all of our problems. Or when was it Egyptian times?
Before the year, way before the year 800.
What?
The year 800 is like
800 BC?
Way before the year 800 BC, yeah.
When was Cleopatra?
Cleopatra was like 100 something.
See,
BC.
I was right on it.
Am I wrong? I'm going to be close, but let's see.
Yeah, Egypt went for a while, right?
No, it did.
That's one.
But Cleopatra lived in like the ruin, like the way Egypt is now,
like America now.
She's closer to us than she was to the pyramids.
I've heard
yeah.
Fucking...
Oh, dude, I was right. 70 BCE to 60. Yeah, dude. Holy
70 BC.
Yeah, so she, like I said, the hundreds.
So right when she died, Jesus was born.
Right, a couple years after she died, Jesus was born. Yeah.
Wow, she missed Jesus by that much,
dude. I know, super bummer.
How do you feel about? So Egypt was a superpower for, let's say, a couple hundred years,
more,
1,000 years.
Yeah, probably, or a long time. I mean, we don't know exactly, but it was one of the pre-ancient superpowers. Yes.
You know what? I don't care. My question for you is, everyone's saying the doom and gloom of America. It kind of feels like America's like peaked. The 90s, the 2000s were. I'm sorry for our younger listeners. You had to be there. The late 90s.
It was a crazy time.
Unprecedented.
I do remember the way it felt, and it was
no nightmares.
I remember the way adults behaved very clearly, and it was a different world.
It was completely different. The 80s, pretty shitty, probably. Maybe.
I've heard everyone I know who lived through the 80s was
No.
like, it fucking ruled.
No, they were just doing cocaine.
Yeah, they were.
That wasn't
with
real.
No consequences.
The 90s were true wholesome Americana, like last hurrah. Anyways, everyone's saying America's we're peaked. We're on the down decline. How? My question is, no one else is going to take over. They say China's going to take over, but I don't believe in China. They say Russia.
Who took over after the Romans?
I don't know.
Existing? Exactly. No one. No one needs to.
Oh, so we're just going to slowly.
We die, and then the world fractures into a bunch of pseudo equally powerful states, and then over time another one rises, and then it falls.
So we don't even have to really worry about another world power taking over.
Yeah,
Dude.
world power doesn't have to replace the current one, but sometimes it does.
Dude,
Rome defeated Carthage, and then Rome took over.
After Russia not taking over Ukraine, I've lost all respect for Russia. Right? Like,
I mean, we didn't take over Vietnam.
that's different.
Why is it different?
There's like a billion Vietnamese, and it's the jungles, and what does that look?
I don't know.
They have punji pits. Those are scary.
Yeah, they have They defeated all our military technology with, oh no, not sticks that have been sharpened.
I've been told punji pit is like a racial. You're not supposed to say it, but I'm like, I don't know. It sounds pretty fun.
People
a
are
hole with a bunch of pointy spikes that they actually used.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Firstly, to use that being racial is like, wouldn't it be positive for the Vietnamese? Like, yeah, they're based as fuck. They literally were like, we're gonna fight the greatest empire that's ever existed using sharpened sticks. Fuck you. It's tough as hell.
I have to make sure it's not like some crazy.
Oh, that we're not saying some like bad thing, I guess, but whatever. I think it's just like something that evokes terror in his.
Dude,
they're just like,
I would rather get shot, nuked, have gamma rays explode my body, be torn apart by two elephants, then fall into a pit of spikes.
Yeah, falling into
a Mortal Kombat death.
It sucks, dude.
Stinks.
Oh, it hurts.
That's why Vietnam won. There's no spike pits
because they're just fatalitying people,
just knocking our soldiers into holes.
Yeah,
with pointy sticks. The pointy stick always wins. We've come back to this time and time again.
The pointy stick has killed more people in history than anything else by a lot.
Russia didn't have enough pointy sticks. Is
That's
what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
If you don't have a pointy stick in your house, I don't know what you're doing.
Who else could
pause this podcast right now and go sharpen a stick? You have a broom handle, and if you don't, you have bigger problems to worry about. Why is your floor so dirty? You dirty bitch. Yeah, go make a pointy stick right now if you don't got one.
So Russia hasn't beat Ukraine, and you lost respect for them.
I do.
So now, what superpower are you worried about?
I'm not worried about anyone, which kind of like leaves a hole in my heart.
Really? You're not worried about China at all?
I guess ever since I'm not worried about China. And here's why. China, I don't think they want to go to war with us. I think they're just gonna kind of do what we did to. A lot of people are saying, America used China for like industrial needs to build cheap goods. China's gonna just do to Africa and build all their like factories there. And
I think they probably want raw materials, and they also Africa will be developed over time.
So, but here's my thing: as they develop Africa, why don't we just buy from Africa? And
we already do.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so I'm not. I don't know. It just feels like, man, I'm not scared anymore, and I don't like it.
Oh,
the COVID. That doesn't scare me anymore. World War III, I'm not scared anymore.
World War III was never scary for us here at home.
Yeah, but I mean, now I'm just like, what am I? I guess we've been in this constant cycle of terror and fear, and there's nothing now.
Not me. I'm built different. I'm the only thing I've ever been afraid of: dying alone. That's what you should be focused on.
No, accepted that fate.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the problem. I have no fear left in me.
That's why I want to be afraid, but I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, dying alone is like, whatever, who cares? A lot of people do it. It's fine. Gives a shit.
Everyone dies alone.
No.
Oh, yeah?
If you die with the love of someone in your heart, you're not truly alone.
Damn, that's the gayest shit.
I knew you were going to say it. I knew you were going to say it.
Die.
What if I'm I'm going to be with you when you die. I'm going to put our heads together.
Okay, I was going to say that's the only loophole. You have to die at the exact same time.
I'm going to have
if someone dies 1 second, because unless twins come out at the exact same time by a C-section and coming out of the pussy at the same time, then one is always older, and so one is born before the other.
True.
You have to die at the same time in like a bomb blast or getting shot by the same bullets, or
that's why getting nuked is cool, because you get to die with a whole bunch of people.
That is cool. Or a plane crash.
If you ever are severely ill, you're gonna wake up one day not in the hospital. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" And I'm gonna have a deadfall trap set up, and both of our heads are gonna be under it, and I'm gonna knock the stick so we both get crushed instantly.
What do you mean? Is that so it's gonna be one rock?
Yeah, it's a deadfall trap.
Yeah. You do. When you die, what if when you die at the same time as someone and then you get to heaven and they're not there?
Oh, fuck.
You're like, we died at the exact same time. You should be right in line right behind me.
Well, then they'll just be like, Mormonism was real. Max in super heaven. I'd be like, oh, okay.
Super hell.
What's the one? So the terrestrial kingdom is like where I go because I'm a fucking bitch.
Yeah. And celestials. This is Mormon lore. There's the
terrestrial's basic heaven. That's like Delta basic. What is and we know what celestial's first class. What is comfort plus?
What is comfort plus?
What's medium? What's medium heaven?
There's celestial, telestial, and terrestrial.
Telestial,
something like that.
That fucking sounds crazy.
And I don't know who goes to the middle one.
Yeah, who the fuck?
I think
it's good people who believed but never got sealed in the temple.
I think I would go to the middle one.
Yeah. So I get to go to basic heaven. Do I get to come visit you though? Sometimes?
No, part of Mormon lore is the higher kingdoms can visit the lower kingdoms.
Oh,
and
so you
I remember hearing that and being like, so I don't fucking care. I'll hang out at the bottom one and people have to come visit me. I don't have to leave my house. I don't have to make trips. That's how they get you, is because people, they're like, you got to stay Mormon. And so you see your family, but it's like, what if your family's not good? It's like, well, everyone goes to heaven, but some people go to better heaven.
Yeah.
And so then it's like, well, why am I doing this shit if I don't get to see my family? And so, so you still get to see your family. They just don't get to go to nice heaven. They don't get to go to Mar-a-Lago heaven, playing golf course like heaven. They get to go to
God's wife has a grave there. Yeah. And but when you go to the celestial kingdom, you get your own planet. You get to be God.
I don't know if that's actual lore or some guy said that, but I think there's also 3 tiers to the top one.
What?
Yeah.
So you get first class, but then you can have there's
premium, deluxe, there's platinum, there's gold, platinum, and ultra diamonds.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Damn, dude.
For the purists.
And then there's purgatory.
That's where
if you've never been baptized, you have to wait for someone to come baptize you.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know. I'm dead, and I can clearly see that all this exists, but I don't know.
That sounds like a place that you would go.
Maybe I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna sit and wait and see what I decide.
And then there's the outer darkness.
Yeah, that's where,
which is like not even Hitler's there. It's just the devil and some demons.
That's all it's Satan. Basically, to go to super Mormon hell, you have to like see God, and God has to be, hey look, I'm God, I'm real, and you have to be like, no.
That's where I'm going to go.
God doesn't like that.
I'm going to go to hell because God's going to be like, hey, look, it's me. And I'm going to be like, hey, you know that fucked up shit on earth? You're a fucking sick bitch.
No, because you can't. You'd have to know in your heart and then deny him.
Yeah, I would. When I get to heaven, they're gonna be like, "Look, it's God," and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you sick fuck!
No.
You gave kids cancer. Kill yourself, bitch! I deny you."
That's not even the worst thing. A kid with cancer.
I know, but I'm just saying it's not even kind of the worst thing he did. That's gonna be my point.
The worst thing God ever did to me was make
Or-
me fall in love with a woman.
I'm gonna be like,
I don't care about kids with cancer.
explain, dude. I'm just gonna be like, explain 2019 to me, you fuck. Or here's what we do, Mac.
What if God was
We go to heaven and we use all of our heaven time to build a God gun, and then we fucking shoot God with it.
There's one of your ancient riddles. Could God create a gun so powerful that even it would fuck his shit up?
Yes, I think so.
Well,
Why wouldn't he?
He'd have to.
Listen, if we're the gods of Earth, we create guns that fuck us up.
Says who?
We're the masters of the what?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Juggalo Land. You go to fucking Burning Man with your. We're all God spirits.
So, I'm sorry that you don't believe in the power of the God gun. You're gonna be so jealous when I shoot God, and then everyone's like, "Well, I guess Shayne's God now because he's got a gun."
Yeah.
I'll have the only gun in heaven.
If you can sneak a gun into heaven, I will. I will eat my words,
dude. God's gonna be like, "Do you believe in me?" And I go, "Yeah." And then he's gonna be like, "Wow, I thought he was gonna say no." And then when I see him, maybe Mac, look at this. And I'm gonna open my coat. It's gonna be a fucking gun. And you're like, "Whoa!"
I think heaven is gonna be a lot like Swedish prison. It sucks to be there, but it's kind of nice.
Yeah. Where you're like, well, it's better than
hell, I guess.
At least I'm not in America.
South America prison.
Yeah. At least I'm not anywhere in the other part of the world, dude.
Yeah, heaven is Swedish prison. Purgatory is American prison, and hell is some crazy South American Bolivian prison run by the inmates.
Fuck.
Or they just build an army wall around a bunch of a town, basically, and
they just point a gun at you and go, walk into that town. We'll see you in 2 years, and you're just like, fuck, dude.
How do you get into like Swedish prison?
You have to commit a crime. You have to do like a fucking really bad crime.
Do you think they know when Americans go over there and they're like, I stabbed a guy, put me in Swedish prison? Or do they just like, nah, bitch, we're extraditing you and you're going to American prison?
They do that.
No!
Our prisons will do that. They'll strike deals with countries where they're like, give them back to us. We make money off of our prisoners.
Yeah,
but not in South America.
South America.
If you go to prison in like a lot of Asian countries and South American countries, they're like, not only are we not extraditing you, but for us, this is what justice is. Get fucked.
That was in the news recently. Pro tip for any of our listeners: if you're going to another country, obey their laws.
Yeah, do the rules.
You're allowed to. I would say, as a citizen of your own country, you can fight the law a little bit.
Wild out.
But when you're in another country, that's you versus the entire country.
Yeah.
And they'll fuck your shit up. Just a little pro travel tip from Cowboy Boys. Any other tips? I got a tip for you.
Yeah.
If you would like to listen to more riveting late night discussions from Shayne barely waking up and me getting ready to fall asleep.
Dude, I'm doing a U where I woke up and I'm miserable.
You messed up your sleep schedule.
I did.
I fixed mine.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
I did.
Mine's fixed.
And if you would like to figure
I wake
out
up in the morning
how I fix my sleep schedule,
if you want to know,
tune into a bonus episode of Cowboy Boys Podcast on patreon.com/cowboyboys.
Woo! $5 a month. Extra episode every week. Huge deal. It doesn't get better.
How much prison labor do you have to do for $5 a month? That's like a month's work? Or can you make like $20 a month in prison?
You literally make like 50 cents an hour in prison, I think. Some insane quantity that is like, why even do that then?
But people can donate to your, what is that? They can
put in your commissary fund money, yes.
We should find a cool...
Which is not a bank fund, but prisons use it as one. Which is why they don't make prisoners pay. Like if you get convicted of like murdering someone and then you're ordered to pay restitution, what you do is you just take all your money and put it in your commissary fund, even though you could never in a million years spend it. And then the police go, well, it's in our fund, so we don't want you to spend it. And they'll help you not to pay the victims.
I'm very confused. You're gonna have to explain that on your other podcasts
Okay.
because I did not follow. But the only people who are, you know what? If you're in prison right now listening to this podcast,
Dude, which is a real thing that has happened.
I will send you the Patreon episode. I'll gift you a Patreon.
Hell yeah, dude. That is our word. If you went to prison for a non-sex related crime,
That's
the
fair.
Patreon
That's
is
fair.
always free. Anyone who's in jail or prison, free Patreon. All you got to do is send us a letter or an email. Shoot us an email.
Yeah.
Get in touch with us. Prison TikTok us.
Dude, I love prison TikTok.
Dude, if someone tagged me in a prison, remember when we had them write Cowboy Boys on the wall of a prison TikTok?
Dude, I paid him $5 that he.
Yeah,
I
ruled.
donated to his commissary
Yeah,
fund.
yeah. That ruled. Damn, that was cool as fuck.
Anyways, yeah, because we care about
All of you.
Dude, I read today 25% of the world's prison population is in America.
Yeah.
Dude, we gotta back. As much as I hate Kim Kardashian, she needs to start working on that more.
Yeah, dude, get to work. Stop fucking 28-year-olds or whatever.
Yeah, get back with Kanye and go back. I guess not get back with him.
Yeah,
He's
but
moved on.
do something.
Get back on prison. You know what? Fix your life and redeem yourself with prison reform. Damn. Maybe that's why she was attracted to Pete. All his prison tats.
No, he doesn't have prison tattoos. He
They
has
look like prison tats.
he has bad Brooklyn tattoos.
Oh, there it is. If you are at the end of this podcast, do not message him and rat us out.
Oh yeah, come on.
Oh my god, that was for you to know our true opinion. And when I'm shaking hands with him on his podcast next week,
Yeah.
don't be in the comments. Max says he would fucking stab you because he loves Kanye so much. Don't tell him that. Don't tag me. That's a bad fan. You're a bad fan, and I'll hate you for it.
True.
But
All right.
I don't know. Do what you're gonna do. This has been another riveting episode.
All right, everyone. I love you guys. By the way, I have no dates in September, but in October, I'm going to be in San Diego, Orlando, Tampa. Then after that, I'm going to be in Ohio in some fucking place, maybe Liberty Township.
That sounds like a real town.
And then Cleveland. I'm redoing my Cleveland date. Not in October. That's in November. And then the Ohio is also in November. But those are going to be my last shows. Those are the last shows for like a year. A long time. I'm taking a long time off. I'm going to get really good at surfing. I'm going to go to Europe. I'm going to write. I'm going to finish writing this book I'm working on and fucking a million other things.
More face tats?
No.
What? You've changed, man.
Though I will say I may do a show in Salt Lake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I might go to Salt Lake and record something. So we'll see how that goes. And I may do a show here in New York, like an hour, but we'll see about that.
You'll probably do a bunch.
All right, everyone. Fucking love you guys.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.